Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. It is Wednesday. You know what that means. We bring back our longest running expert, Miss Anna Kelly. Hi, Anna.
Hi, great to be here with you.
Nice to be here with you as well. Something I read about yesterday, I'm like, I got to share this with Anna tomorrow and see what you think. Is about time, right? So there's a couple of things I want to read. I think it was Instagram. I saw this. So time is free, but priceless. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. And once it is lost, you can't get it back. So again, I bring up time because again, we're at the end of the year. A lot of us aren't where we wanted to be in 2021. 2022 is right around the corner. I'm now adopting on something called Spectators and Players. There's a lot of spectators out there. Our channel, what we do is not for spectators. It's for players. So again, are you sitting in the stands throwing popcorn at people, or are you out doing the work, having a buy box, all of that? Because again, time is free, but priceless. You can't keep it, but you spend it. And then the one that really hits hard for me is once it's lost, you can't get it back.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Love that. Yeah, absolutely. I think time is truly our most valuable resource and the only one that we're completely in control of. The only one.
Yeah.
I'm not in control of all my money. I'm not in control of, the people and the network necessarily, but I'm the only one at fault if I don't use my time wisely. Right. And as we get older, we realize time is ticking away and we don't regret a lot of things as much as we, regret what we didn't do that we should have done. So I think about time a lot as a resource and that, the phrase that it's not expensive, but it's priceless is really important. And, as a parent and a spouse, I think a lot about, am I investing my time wisely, right? Because as a resource, we can do with it like money. We can spend money, we can waste money, we can invest money. What are we doing with our time, right? Am I investing my time toward my future and the life I want to design and toward the things that are most important? Am I blowing and wasting my time watching TV and being the spectator, like you said, but not doing anything with it? Or am I spending it on stuff that I shouldn't be spending it on? So I think about time a lot. And as I'm thinking about my goals for next year, I've been thinking a lot about my time too. Where am I really investing my time, or where do I need to invest it that I'm glad that I did because it's priceless? Where am I wasting time that I need to be, either be investing or, there's enjoyment in there too, right? And am I spending the rest of the time that I have left wisely and valuing the resource of time for what it is?
Yeah, there's something that I don't know that I've shared with you yet, but I've shared with others. I've finally gotten comfortable saying the next statement. One rental at a time is going to help investors close 1 million real estate investment properties. I know it's going to take decades, but we're going to close 1 million transactions.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't doubt it. That's amazing. If people commit to being a spectator, a player, not a spectator, absolutely.
Yeah. And again, it was for the longest time on, it was hard for me to do that. Right. Because again, the first 18 months of the channel, I think I helped under 200 people. We're going to clearly blow this 500 number out of the way, but still, if you add it all together, it's 1,000. So it was really hard for me to say 1 million, but and then I started thinking about the network effect, right? The key is I know myself, I can help 10,000 people. That number feels comfortable. But if those 10,000 people each help 1 or 2 people, and then it just blows up from there. So that's what I'm thinking about. Like our interviews every Wednesday, I'm like, great. We touch 1,000 people that watch it, and then it grows every time and it come back and watch it. So we are going to help. We're going to help people close 1 million. It may take decades, that's okay. If it takes 5 decades, so be it. But one rental at a time is going to help that many people.
I absolutely love it. I love it. And I believe it's very, very possible. We are living proof that it's possible, right? And I'm so honored to be on this journey with you.
Yeah, it's going to be great. But again, this is the other thing I'm very comfortable with is we're focused on helping players, not spectators. There are some people that like sitting in the stands and booing. That's what they like to do. What I want to do is I'm only focused on the players. And I got to be very clear about this. When I talk about players, some people think they're not a player because they don't have a deal. Not the case. You are a player once you make the choice to get out of the stands. You have a buy box, you're a player. You have a daily discipline, you're a player. Needs versus wants, budget, side hustle, house hacking, whatever it is. If you are in the game, if you are practicing, you are a player. Maybe you're in the game when you have a deal, but practice is where this gets fun. So again, if you want out of the stands, Anna and I are helping you, or here to help. If you want to sit in the stands and boo, we can't help you. That's not where we play, right?
100%, kind of tying it back to what, came to me in terms of like, am I wasting my time or am I investing my time? Being a player is investing your time and what it is that you want, investing in that growth, investing in that future. If you're just sitting back being a spectator, dabbling here and there, listening to podcasts, but never doing anything, you're really wasting your time. If you're not going to put in an action, you're wasting your time. So you got to decide, am I going to waste time anymore? Or am I going to invest my time and just get in and do the work until it happens? Because if you do, it's going to happen. You're going to win some games. You may not win every game.
No.
You're going to practice along the way. But if you just continue to invest the time, invest the knowledge, invest in action, you will win.
Yeah. And the other thing I love about this player analogy is the first couple of years of real estate investing, it's slow. It takes time to get better, right? And the more often you play it, whether it's soccer or basketball or anything, when you start out, all the kids are running to the ball and then they spread out. And if this player analogy works, right? Again, a player is making a choice. You can decide to be a real estate, like the video number 1. You're a player. You've made the choice to get in. Now you got to go do the work. Michael said you got to get a buy box, right? All of these different things. So again, I think there's an analogy there. But one thing I know for sure when I tie all this together is I'm not going to spend 1 second thinking about spectators. If you want to boo and naysay, go ahead. Be drunk in the stands. Have a good time. I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, 100%. And I won't call anybody out. They won't even know who it is. But this morning I saw a comment on Facebook, and it was somebody who reached out to me 3 years ago. I want to coach with you. I want to learn, do different things, and, couldn't afford it. And I understand. And back then I charged a whole lot less than I do now, but I'm like, go buy a book, go buy a podcast. If you can't coach, but do something, right? 3 years later, he's still following real estate investors saying, I don't have enough money to even buy, a very, very, very small property. Right. And I'm thinking, but what have you done in the last 3 years that could have made a huge difference in where you are? And again, it's not to slam the person, but it's just, I've seen that person taking in information and asking questions, but in 3 years, not taking any action. And they're in exactly the same spot as they were before. You and I were not like some super genius that had it all figured out and took action. Like we said, we want a different future. Yeah. We need to take action and figure it out till we get there. And it took me a lot longer than I planned. But the only reason I was successful is because I did take action constantly. I never let up on my vision. And, there was a lot of learning as I go and a lot of mistakes, but you got to be brave enough and want your vision, strongly enough that you refuse to be a spectator. You're going to get in the game, but you have to make that commitment early on and do what it takes to get there.
Yeah. Again, all the experts that I have on this channel all start in rough spots. Lots of you that watch this would love to have our lives now, but very few would want our lives at the beginning. The first 3 to 5 years are hard for everyone.
Yes.
Anna sold her big house in Texas, moved in with family, went into a 4-plex with kids. House hacking with kids. It can be done, folks. Anna is living proof. Another expert I talked to just this morning was a 9th grade dropout. You don't think that was hard? There's another one I talked to who got divorced for the second time, raised 3 kids, and then found $90K in debt that didn't know was his, right? I lost 80% of my net worth in a couple of weeks. And, it is hard for everyone.
Yes.
It's hard for everyone. Get in the game, do the work, follow the steps that others have laid out. Stop arguing with them. I mean, I can't tell you how many people want to argue with me on a buy box, daily discipline, 20 to 40 active listings. Look at it for 90 days. Michael, I've looked for 7 days and I don't know where a deal is.
Right. Yes. People are too impatient with themselves and thinking maybe they've bought the Kool-Aid of, get rich in 7 days or in 30 days. This is a hard time to find deals. So if you need to find deals, you've got to do more work now to find deals. When you and I got started, deals were kind of plentiful. It was the lending that was hard. Exactly. There's different times. But if you're not out there doing the work every single day, the deals that you didn't look at today that were listed yesterday are gone.
Exactly.
You've got to do the work every single day.
Buy box daily discipline. And the last thing I want to say about players, spectators helping a million people is most of you got to get around different people. Most of you are spectators and you want to become a player, but your three best friends, they are still spectators. They are going to pull you back. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to tell you it's risky. They're going to tell you all this nonsense. And pretty soon you will leave the practice court and be back in the stands drinking beer and booing people.
Yes.
Some of you got to get around new people. Anna, how can people find you?
Absolutely. You can find me on my website at reimom.com. You can find me at Anna Kelly REI Mom on LinkedIn and Facebook, and Anna Kelly Investing on Instagram.
Thank you very much, Anna.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.